We begin CBS2 News at 5 with breaking news in Maryland. Take a look at this dramatic video. Extreme weather turned Main Street in Elliott City, just outside of Baltimore, into a raging river today. 2 years ago, a flash flood devastated that same street. 2 people were killed and several businesses were destroyed. The flash flooding prompted water rescues in some areas, and Maryland's governor declared a state of emergency in neighborhoods hit with flash flooding.
A developing story along the northern Gulf Coast. The first named storm of the hurricane season is due to make landfall there tomorrow. Forecasters from the National Weather Service say Alberto will likely make landfall west of the Florida Panhandle and east of New Orleans. Right now, Alberto is classified as a subtropical system. It's packing top sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. Beaches are being cleared as red flag warnings are going out, highlighting the dangers of high surf and strong currents. For now, people are taking the stormy weather in stride this Memorial Day weekend.
I love these stormy days. You know, you can sit and have a cup of coffee here on the beach and just enjoy it.
I'm just preparing just in case. I'm a first-time homeowner, so I'm not sure what to expect.
The storm has already caused massive flooding in Cuba. Alberto swept through some areas so quickly, families didn't even have time to evacuate.
And our weather is much better here. Even our May gray has evaporated as we look live in Santa Monica. Meteorologist Markina Brown here with a look at Alberto and the storm that hit Maryland, plus a quick look at conditions here. Markina.
Yeah, you know, a lot of activity happening weather-wise this weekend. With Alberto, it is mainly, and we've already seen evidence of it, going to be a rainmaker. It could put down some 12 inches, if not more, from Florida to Georgia to parts of Tennessee and northward. So we're going to continue to watch this. It is not as organized as it was earlier today, but again, definitely something to watch. As you can see, we are talking about far-reaching rain from Cuba all the way northward. Even parts of Kentucky are feeling the effects of this system. We talked about what we are dealing with here at home, and again, it is all about the clouds that have now gone, and we are seeing lots of sunshine and feeling warmer temperatures because of it. We go to Los Angeles right now. We're at 70 degrees. Winds there are nice and calm. But the question is, how long will this temperature increase continue? We'll talk about it coming up. Back to you.
Thanks, Markina. Breaking news in Anaheim Hills. A bad crash on the 91 freeway at Weir Canyon Road sent 11 people to the hospital. It happened in the eastbound lanes this afternoon. Both fast-track lanes were blocked for a while, and that backed up traffic to Imperial Highway. The cause of the crash is currently under investigation. Traffic is now getting back to normal. And a wild scene in Hemet. A canine officer hit by a car trying to catch 2 burglary suspects. The police dog was hurt while chasing one of them near Yale Street and Florida Avenue. CBS 2's Greg Mills is live in Hemet with the details. Greg.
It was a wild scene about 5:30 this morning, Suzanne, here at Yale and Florida in Hemet. And this all came to an end right over there. And yeah, the dog was a real hero. Duke is okay. This police canine is also a Hemet hero. Early this morning, security camera video shows Hemet police cars racing into the shopping center at Florida and Yale, responding to a burglary alarm at a business. Hemet PD says they saw the 2 burglars. One ran off with Duke giving chase. The other guy jumped into this gray truck.
Where's some car screeching, you know what I'm saying, some glass. I don't know whether if a car hit something or if somebody hit somebody.
Both. The truck slammed into a police cruiser and hit Duke as he was chasing the suspect who ran away. This is Duke and his officer handler, Andrew Reynoso, from a recent canine competition where he took first place in the category Police Protection. This morning, he did just that. After he was hit by the truck, Duke jumped back up and not only caught the suspect he was chasing, that suspect was hospitalized due to the bite wounds from Duke. When the suspect driving the truck took aim at the police officer and Duke, that officer opened fire.
We heard like about a few shots at first.
That gray truck slammed into one police car. Officers opened fire again, hitting the driver.
Yeah, I heard, you know, one person was saying, help me, help me. And I don't know if that was a person that was on the ground or if it was the police.
That suspect was hospitalized with gunshot wounds. He's expected to survive. As for Duke, he was taken to the vet and treated for his wounds. And Duke is back home with his handler tonight and hopefully getting a big, juicy steak or lobster tail or something else. Suzanne and Crystal, back to you two.
Sure deserves it. The search is on for a suspect behind a deadly hit and run. Police have now identified the man killed as 24-year-old Abime Minute of Pasadena. CBS2's Joy Benedict with more on a crash that turned into a crime scene.
Crime scene tape and car parts littered this intersection in Pasadena for most of the morning. But what those passing by may not realize is that this was more than just a car accident. It is the end of a series of events and choices that left one driver dead and a second on the run.
This is a very tragic situation here. Unfortunately, the family members of the deceased have lost a member of their family, and it's very sad.
The crash happened around 2 early Sunday morning. The driver of the white SUV was heading south on Sierra Madre when police say it entered the intersection at Colorado Boulevard and hit a black Honda Accord heading east. Investigators say the impact was so great that someone had to be traveling faster than the posted 35 miles an hour. The black Honda was thrust over the median about 40 yards. The driver's door smashed in the moment the car struck. But witnesses running to help found the driver of the SUV first.
Witnesses did contact him to make sure that he was okay. At that time, he directed the attention of the witnesses to the driver of the black car, asked them to check on him.
But the 24-year-old driver inside the black Honda was trapped, likely already dead. And when the witnesses turned back around, the driver of the SUV was gone.
At that point, the driver of the white SUV fled on foot.
At this time, there is no reason to believe that either driver was drinking, and the SUV wasn't reported stolen. And investigators say scenes like this are frustrating for them because although they are not sure who caused this crash, the simple fact that the driver left turns the incident from an accident to criminal.
It makes the situation even worse.
And although police are confident they will find the runaway driver, helping the family of the young man who died heal won't be so easy. Joy Benedict, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, Joy. Somber observances are taking place at the LA National Cemetery this Memorial Day weekend.
Ready? Hey, fire!
Volunteers placed American flags on tens of thousands of veterans' graves this morning at the cemetery in West LA. Similar scenes are taking place nationwide as Americans commemorate the sacrifices members of the U.S. Armed Forces have made.
And it's Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start of summer. That means the LA River recreational zones will open for some fun in the sun. What to expect coming up.
The summit between President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un gets back on track. The latest on that.
And more spectacular pictures out of Hawaii, including images from space as the Kilauea volcano shows no signs of letting up.
Hi there, I'm meteorologist Craig Herrera talking to This Day in History 2003. We had a dust devil that did quite a bit of damage up near Big Bear in Sugarloaf. That dust devil blew the windows out of 3 different cars, and reports are that it picked up a small pickup truck and spun it around. That again was 2003.